everyone, Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm, and today we're going to do two things with pumpkin. First of all, you guys know from our old videos that we grow a lot of pumpkins and squashes, well they're the same, and we put them in our basement and we eat. We have two pumpkins left, and this white one, which I just love the color, we're going to cut it so I get some of the seeds, and I'm going to start those. The second are ones that I have started already, and they look amazing. So we have the Cinderella pumpkin, which is great. They come out with all those crazy shapes and colors. And then we have the Big Max pumpkin because Stefan wants to beat a record. So we're going to try it and see how it goes. But the first thing we need to do is talk about the temperatures for growing pumpkins. They like nighttime air temperatures no lower than 55, and soil temperatures need to be roughly 65. It just depends. And the problem with these, they need 3 to 4 months to grow. So depending where you live, it's easier to start them inside, although I start them all through the season pretty much because we have collected all the way up to almost November. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to put them in at least a gallon pot, and I'm going to keep them in front of a window or under a grow light, and when they're ready to go out, they're large. So let me show you how I do that. Okay, now that we have filled this with soil, and basically I did garden soil because this is what it's going into. I did the Stay Green from Lowe's, and it has fertilizer, so I didn't add any. What I'll do, since pumpkins are heavy feeders, I'm going to liquid feed it, and I'll show you that in a future video. Now, the fun part is always separating these. Look at the roots on this. You basically want to just kind of peel them as best as you can and just put them in here. And they go in a little shock, but in a month, these will be humongous. Now, I didn't know if you know anything about the Cinderella pumpkin. This was one of the favorites in France, and they cook with it, and they do lots of fun stuff with it. I mean, the French make some amazing foods with any type of squash. And pumpkin is no exception. And it wasn't, I guess it was really big in the late 1880s over there. But then Burpee saw it, and they got involved and changed the name. It really wasn't called the Cinderella pumpkin. And I'm not going to embarrass myself trying to say it, but it's some crazy French name, which sounds really cool when they say it. And Burpee changed the name to the Cinderella pumpkin. Uh-oh. These are really stuck together. They may have to go together. Nope. All right. The last two. So then in 1980s, like 100 years later, it's very popular in America. So it's one of our favorites, and I can't say for eating, culinary wise, although we do it, a lot of people really are creative around the holidays. I mean, it's not the straight pumpkin anymore, perfect form. It's the ones with the bumps, the warts, all that. Okay, these are done. That was quick, you know, and 90 days. for the Cinderella pumpkin. So I have at least 3 weeks in this. As far as the Big Macs, I'm going to wait till it gets bigger. You can see the size difference. I started these like a week later. When it gets bigger, I'm going to put it in one of these pots. So, and they're going to go into the potting shed where it's warm, tons of sun or something like that. So, and then we'll transplant them probably June 1st. Now also, they have a lot of pests. The cucumber beetle, the squash vine borers, and on top of that, like that's not enough, they always have fungal problems. So putting them in pots and waiting, you know, till they really bush out is a great way to keep those away, and after that, net them. So, all right, let me show you how I start these from seeds. All right, the pumpkin, the last white pumpkin, has been cut open, and these are the seeds. And basically, they're rinsed off, and all I do is take a little pot, and some people argue about this. I could put them in each cell, but when you have a lot of plants, it's easier to put a whole bunch of these with 20 seeds under a grow light and then separate them. So basically all I do is put them in like this. And the rule of thumb is, however long the seed is, that's how deep it should be. So then you just cover it and kind of firm it down. Okay, the fun part of the white pumpkin, it's not from France. Most pumpkins are not from Europe. It came from Central America and Mexico, and it was not popular. In the 1980s, people are like, white pumpkin? They want the beautiful orange pumpkin. Now, it's the most expensive to buy for some reason. It really caught on. Now, these will take maybe 10 days to germinate, 15, depends the heat source. If you put it in a hot window or on a refrigerator, that's great. But otherwise, I'll do that. And I'll also put some more maybe in a week, because we eat these. This is a staple in our family, and we pick them all the way from August up. So this is Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. It's time to start your pumpkin plants. Have a great day.